Hello students, hope you all are fine and safe. During this corona lockdown, we enjoyed one of the most important thing, right? That is our food. So, mother prepared many varieties, different varieties from watching YouTube, and we enjoyed a lot, right? So, today we will start our new chapter number 10, our food. So, students, before starting the chapter, let us go through the hard words, right? So, cereals. Cereals, they are the plants like wheat, rice, maize, barley and jowar and all that are grown by the farmers, and in the form of seeds we eat them, right? So, these are called cereals, right? Then we have dairy. Dairy means milk, cheese and all other milk products like curd, butter, ghee, all these are called dairy products, right? So, that is dairy. Then nutrients. Nutrient, these are the substances that are required by our body for growth and to make our body strong, right? Then we have the word wholesale market. Wholesale market, it is the big market where the selling and we purchase, right? So that selling and purchasing of the goods is done on for the large quantities. So what the other shopkeepers they do, they purchase the or they buy the things from this wholesale market and they sell them to us. So wholesale market means when we have to buy in a bulk, in large quantity, right? Then we have the word processed. Processed means food treated in such a way that either it can be preserved or it can be changed into some other form. So that is processed. So students, whenever we go to different parts of the world, we can see people eating different varieties of food. Food, that is one of the most basic need in our life. We cannot survive without food, right? And we can see a different varieties of food people eating in different places. Even if in India, if we visit different states, we can see the people eating different varieties of food that differs from one state to another state, right? Now, the food that we eat depends on three factors. So, there are mainly basically three factors on which the food that we eat depends. First thing is the climate of that place, right? Second thing is what type of plants and animals are easily available there. So, based on that, the varieties are also different. Then we have in which place we are living. So, according to the place, according to the climate and according to the plants and animals that are available there very easily nearby, on these three factors, the food we eat, it depends, right beta? So, if we see then different food varieties that we eat, it comes from basically two sources, that is plants and animals, right? So, whatever the food we are eating, it is coming from two sources, that is plants and animals, right? Now, if we talk about plant products, then we get different products from plants, like we get fruits, we get vegetables, we get cereals, we get pulses, right? So, these are the different things that we get from plants, okay? Other than this, they also give us spices and herbs to add flavor to our food. That means to make our food more tasty, we add these plant products. So, we will discuss how we will get the different varieties from these plants. What are the different ways, what are the different parts that we eat them, right? Now, if we see, we get fruits from the plants, okay? So, whatever the food we are eating, so they are the fruits of the plants. So, if we talk about fruits, then what comes in your mind? Generally apple, mango, okay, grapes. You will say all these things that ma'am, these are the fruits. But students, I agree that these are the fruits of the plants, but we eat them as fruits. But there are certain fruits also that we eat them as vegetable. Now what you mean by a fruit? Fruit is the final part of the plant that we get from the plant. Okay. Now if we see the vegetables like brinjal and tomato, they are also the fruit of the plant, but we eat them raw, that is as vegetables. So some fruits when they ripe we eat them as fruits, and when they are raw we eat them as vegetables, right? So even the tomato and brinjal, ladyfinger, all these are the fruit of the plant that we are actually eating like vegetables. And other fruits are already there like apple, mango, banana. You know there are many varieties of foods. No need to tell you. Okay, you can tell me better than me, right? So there are different varieties of fruits. Then we eat the different parts of the plant as vegetables. Okay, so whatever the plant, whatever the vegetables we are eating, they are actually the different parts of the plant. So we will see what are these plants, or what are these parts of the plant that we eat. Roots. So we eat the roots of certain plants, like if we talk about carrot, radish, turnip, beetroot, all these are actually the root of the plant, right? And we are eating them as vegetables. Even we can eat them raw also, right? We use them as salads, okay, and very healthy, let me tell you. Then we eat the stem of the plant, like if we say potato, onion, garlic, right? Then ginger, all these are different stem of the plants, right? They are the actually stem of the plants. Then if we talk about the leaves, then we eat many green leafy vegetables like spinach, mint, coriander. Then we use this pudina, right? That gives flavor to our food. So these are the leaves of the plant that we are eating, right? Then we eat the flowers of the plants also, right? Like vegetables. Now if we talk about cauliflower and broccoli, they are actually the flower of the plant. And let me tell you one more thing. We eat cabbage, right? So cabbage is again a leaf of the plant, because we know cabbage is the leafy vegetable. So that is again the leaf of the plant, right? So we have seen beta how we eat different parts of the plant as vegetables, right? Now we eat the grains of the certain plants. So we eat rice, we eat wheat, we eat that is what bajra, we eat maize. So these jowar, these are the called the cereals. Like, so these are the actually the grains that we get from the plant, right? Then we eat some dry seeds that we get from the pods. So, okay, so pods means they are the coverings. So some plants they have some coverings under which we can find some seeds. So these plants, this covered part, they are called the pod, right? And we eat the seeds that are present inside the pods. So if we talk about the seeds like beans, then kidney beans like rajma and all, so these are called pulses. Okay, so we eat the different parts of the plant. So when we are eating the seeds, that is called the pulses. Okay, and they are very good for our health also, right? Then we also get the special things like sugar, then tea and coffee from the plant. So sugar we get from the sugar cane. Same way tea, that is the dried tea leaves. So tree leaves, they are plucked and they are processed and they are packed, and when we boil them, we can feel the aroma of the tea and we enjoy. So the tea is again the plant part. Same way the coffee, it is from the beans. Okay, coffee beans, they are processed and we get the coffee. So coffee is again from the plant part, that is means the seeds of the plant, right? So students, we have seen how we eat the different parts of the plant in our daily life. So we get most of the food that we eat, we get from these plants. If you say, madam, I have eaten dal and rice. So rice is again the cereals, dal is the pulses. And if you say I have eaten aloo ke parathe, so aloo is the plant part again, and parathe, that means the wheat, again from wheat flour we make this chapatis and parathas, so again that is the plant part. So most of the food that we eat in our daily life comes from the plants only, beta, right? So that is all about the chapter. Read the chapter properly, go through the chapter properly, and hope you have understood this chapter. Bye. Have a nice day. Take care.